name is Harris. He's Alan.
Yeah, I'm Alan. And we're here to talk about Doctor Who.
Doctor Who!
Now, Doctor Who started in 1963 with the very first Doctor, whose name was William Hartnell.
It was all old-fashioned-y, too.
It was in black and white, pretty much terrible. He's now dead. That's sad. He was a pretty good Doctor.
But the doctor...
And so, the second Doctor was Patrick Troughton, and he was a pretty good Doctor too. He had a sonic recorder. He had a sonic recorder, you know. And then there was the third Doctor. He was one of my favorite ones. His name was, it'll come to me, John Pertwee. And he was pretty cool. He did some pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna watch an episode later that he was in. It's called Planet of the Spiders. Planet of the Spiders. It's a whole episode of no. The spiders are terrifying. You don't want to be part of that stuff. The fourth Doctor was Tom Baker. He had this scarf that was like 10 miles long.
And
he uses it in one of the comic books. He is. He, in a comic book that I have acquired in my travels, he uses it to trip a monk. No, it's an actual comic book. He uses it to trip a monk. Not the best use, but it works. Then there was the fifth Doctor, one of my favorite Doctors from the original series. And he was Peter Davison. He was really awesome in what he did.
His name was the Doctor.
But his regeneration came too soon, I think. He regenerated into the sixth Doctor.
No, I thought he skipped to the seventh.
The sixth Doctor was... I don't remember at this time. Something Baker.
What's the name?
I think it was John. I think it was John Baker.
Yeah.
He regenerated to the seventh Doctor.
It was like our century. Creeping and disgusting.
Well, you gotta go in order. The seventh Doctor. Who? What was his name? Sylvester McCoy. And I haven't watched too much of his episodes either, but he has an umbrella with a question mark handle. It's a red question mark handle, and he has a bowler hat, but it's white, it's not black like a traditional bowler hat, which he regenerated to the eighth Doctor.
Oh, really?
Who was Paul McGann. Paul. You know, like the Beatles, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. But he regenerated into the eighth Doctor, and the eighth Doctor, though his series came 1990s, I think. He dressed very much 1800s-y. He dressed very nicely, and he had his pocket watch. And there's no regeneration for him ever in the history of Doctor Who. It's never shown on television. But he regenerates to the ninth Doctor, which is Christopher Eccleston. And he was only in it for one season. He was kind of killed by his companion a little bit. Yeah, she killed him. And he regenerated to most people's favorite Doctor, which is the 10th Doctor, David Tennant. And now we're on the current Doctor, which is Matt Smith, which I think is kind of a terrible Doctor.
I think he's kind of cool. Bow ties are cool.
Season 7,
one thing
Part
you need
B.
to know. Bow ties are cool.